Hello, everyone. I ain't got time to waste. Let's get down to this. Who else is appalled at the total blackout of the lying legacy corrupt media? Well, I am appalled. Iryna Zarutska, I hope I said that well, was a 23 years old white young lady whose life was violently cut short by a black male serial criminal who was left to roam the streets to carry out this heinous crime. After a hard day at work, who knows what that last day must have been for her? She calmly boarded a light rail on her way home. That became her final journey on this side of eternity. What was her crime? Why did Iryna have to lose her life? She escaped the war in her home country of Ukraine. Maybe if she had remained, she might have survived after the war was over. Today, she's gone. One of the reasons why this woman's life was snatched from her was because criminals are now more protected than their potential innocent victims all over the world. Violent criminals, repeat offenders. Yes, they are mostly repeat offenders. They're granted one too many chances until they carry out atrocities as the one done to poor Iryna. In this case, that black criminal had been given 14 opportunities in the past to change his ways. How come he wasn't stopped by the second, the third, the fourth, the eighth, the 12th, or the 14th time? 14 times he'd been arrested on various crimes. Who were those in the failed justice system that considered that vile creature safe to remain among humans? One of the most shocking aspects of this evil committed against this innocent white woman is the total eerie silence of the lying, worthless, corrupt legacy mainstream media. This incident is still very fresh. This crime is still very fresh. It's not like it happened 7 years ago or several months ago. But yet, there is no outrage. There are no kneeling politicians, no grand empty words from nonsense British in her honor. Nothing but complete deafening silence from the usual suspects who would have ensured that this crime was repeated, widely spread on the news all day, every day for the next decade until it was tattooed in the minds of everyone. If the criminal was a white man. You know, as evil as the COVID event was, I always thank God that it was a rude awakening which the world needed. That awakening was the one that resurrected most of the comatose population of this world to the poison which the useless media truly are. If not for X, the platform, this former Twitter platform, most people in the world would not have heard about or seen the gory details of that broad daylight execution by stabbing of that young lady. The media is the problem, my friends, because that's the vehicle through which all the propaganda, the nastiness, deception, programming strategies, and ruthless intentions of those few people pretending to play little gods, little demonic gods. They superimpose their desires, their wills, their drive, their dictates on the rest of the world. through the mainstream media. But there is a blackout when a real crime was committed by a career criminal. Her name was Iryna Zarutska, 23-year-old innocent refugee from Ukraine, whose life ended sadly in New York. If the regular hopeless media chooses to ignore her, but they would glorify and make all the nonsense excuses for this career criminal who took her life, I thank God for all the other platforms where they will expose that crime. I pray that all who had a hand in helping that soulless creature to carry on until he committed this atrocity, they be brought to book. They be granted adequate justice, which they deserve. And may the Almighty God be with and comfort her family during this tough time. Her name was Iryna Zarutska. The legacy media has been silent about her. We won't.